Break. 47. Check, 47.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check the backer, check the backer.
X3, 218, chopper. You're out. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check, 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 check. Hold up, flat.
And ready. Let go.
From the gun, Jones. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
59.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Jones on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Recon, 132 fighter. Come. Ready?
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Golden Tate. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Set, hut, 40 line it, 18 line it. Go, go, go.
Sponge, sponge.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Murray has the first down and more. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to Murray on first down. Fights him off. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's 3rd and short.
Ready. 6 yards.
30 seconds. Target.
Over.
Hey, we go 30 seconds to Mike. Mike, 37. Hey, tighten down.
Zip it. Turn off.
Tight go.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Thomas, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Switch. Give me 2 jet bombers. Now.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jones. Dancing to his left. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Dexter Lawrence. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Check.
To throw, Brissett. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Brissett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones completes it to Hardman. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go. Able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. He gets. Go.
Here's Jones. Off play action. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Clear. 44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check, check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, orbit. 44. Get it.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Mike.
From the gun, here's Bissett. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Saints. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Go. Hey, here we go. Back.
Brissett on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. We better bring it. And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey,
Brissett now. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
15-1. 59. Hey, Wahoo! 44 to Mike. I can't believe we let you play.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motion. Penalty. What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 83 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
check. 59, 59. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
First down, Brissett. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check.
Off play action. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Nico Hardman, the intended target. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
Check, 48's the mic. All day, just like that. Just like that. 49, check 49, check 49.
Brissett. That's complete into the hands of A.J. Derby. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Brissett to throw on first. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To throw is Brissett. Looking long for Thomas. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Every day. X3, 218, chopper. Rush in. Jumper. On the ball.
They'll go to Barkley again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare. A first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Pilot, 64, weak. Bravo. Let's go. Let's go, heavy.
Throwing Jones. And this one's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Let's go, baby.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, it's Murray. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
48 for Mike. I got him. Hey, look. The 48 right now. Let's go.
A first down throw for Brissett. He gets it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
25, check 25, check 25.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
38, Giants 10. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Jones off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Jones on third down. And Ingram hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Recon, 132 fighter. Kill. Hey, check 24. Watch 20. Hey, Charlie. 44. Mike, 40. Sit up.
Back to throw. Jones taking a deep shot here. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Latavius Murray, the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big run that time by Murray. And even 80 yards. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Alex Barkley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready. 44, Mike. Check. Watch twist. You draw Corker. Get it.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ready.
Jones now. Throwing on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Let's go now. Pittsburgh. Check. Slam. Check.
On 1st down, Murray. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They go with Murray again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. Room here to run. Latavius Murray. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams... I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And an alley to run. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Eli Apple, the former first-round pick of these Giants in 2016, they're on the tackle.
15 line. 15 line. All right, T, let's all right, T. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Jones to throw on third down. And Tate's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Here we go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they're...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones, throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. I got euros.